What's going on, you WBE type people? ItzSawk here for a coach interview, and joining me today, I have one of the fan favorites, Mew2FanNate.
I'm a fan favorite?
Yeah!
Dude, that's cool.
Everyone's
Thank you.
a fan favorite.
Everybody, well, that's true.
'Cause
All
it's
right.
the
What's up, guys? My name is Nate. Really happy to be in the WBE this season. It's gonna be really hype, and just really happy to be here.
Everyone in the WBE is a fan favorite because it's the WBE.
That's true. WBE is so hype, dude.
There's so many cool coaches here, and I'm just standing along next to one of them.
Aw, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
So let's get started right with a couple of our questions. So what is your team name for the WBE?
My team name for the WBE is the New York Noibats. That's right. I like Noibat. It's a really good Pokemon. One of my favorites in X and Y when it came out.
Cool. Now, when did you start playing Pokemon?
I started playing Pokemon Gen 3, so I think my first game was Pokemon Ruby version. And then I went back and I was able to buy the older games. I think I was Gold and Silver. I don't know what it was, but I had a Typhlosion in my game and it was cool.
That's awesome. So the next one would be, when did you start playing competitively?
Gen 6. I started to dabble in it a little bit in Gen 5. And then Gen 6 is when they made it pretty easy to breed and get the natures and all that stuff. So I just remember for hours just round Lumio's tower, just going on my bike, just hatching eggs and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Now here's kind of a hard one. What makes you a fan of Pokemon?
Okay, so I think this question changes depending on when I'm being asked. I would say for right now, it's mainly just the fact that I can play Pokemon with a bunch of my friends. If you were to ask me this question maybe in 2013, 2014, during when I started playing competitively, it would just have been just the pure thrill of going onto Battle Spot with Pokemon that I made myself and things like that. But now it's I think the question definitely changed. My answer will change depending on when you ask that. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. What is your favorite Pokemon, competitive or not?
My favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo. I feel that should be kind of obvious, from just my name, Mew2FanNate. But I seriously dedicated to Mewtwo. Even my high school senior quote was the famous quote from the first movie. I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are. Love that quote. So good.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was my senior quote.
I mean, it's a great quote.
It's pretty good.
All right, what was a heat set that you brought and actually worked well?
Okay, so this is going back to the PGBL. My friend Root had his league, the PGBL, and I had a matchup where my opponent had a Tapu Bulu Halucha type of thing, where the Unburden. So I had a Crocodile that was just catered perfectly to that matchup, and it had Z Sludge Bomb, Roar, because it just worked. It just worked so beautifully. I clicked the Z Sludge Bomb on the Tapu Bulu, knocked it out. He brings in the Halucha, and he gets the Grassy Seed on Burden Boost, and he tries to set up in my face because normally you wouldn't be able to do anything to a Halucha because it's a Crocodile. And did I mention that it was Crocodile? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so and then I click Roar, and he just loses his Unburden Boost, and it was working really well, and it was a good heat set. I really thought that game was fun.
That's awesome. That is a really heat set.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Who would you say has influenced you the most?
As far as YouTube goes, I would definitely say the reason why I started was because of Shady Penguin. I feel that answer is going to be kind of thrown all over these interviews, but it's true. And then as well as A Drive, it's kind of crazy. Now I'm like I was asked to join the WBE last season, and it's like, wow, man, it's like all these people that have inspired me to like start like streaming and doing YouTube. It's like, wow, I'm like finally I'm friends with these people. We're playing Pokemon together. It's cool.
It is kind of a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Now, if you could unban one or more Pokemon for the WBE this season, what would it be and why?
Well, I really like what the GBA did this season, like this past season, with like all of the Ubers, and I would just do that, man. I would just do that. Like anything with Ubers, like I find that it's really fun. Like we had like another league, the XBL, the Extreme Battle League. It was just a meme league. And we just put a whole bunch of like Pokemon in there that were like super busted. And if you decided to draft a super busted Pokemon, you'd have to pick like a really bad Pokemon to kind of balance out your points. So I think like my friend Kyle A, I think he had like Marshadow, but he had to pick things like Pikachu and like Grotle, like to balance out his team. So it was like I like that concept. So I would probably, if I had to unban a Pokemon, I would just say give us all the Tapus, give me Tapu Lele. I think that Pokemon is like a decent one to unban. Like just give us all 4.
Understandable, but don't say Grottle's bad in front of JB, one of our other analysts. It's 6-0'd him.
Really?
He
wow.
lost 6-0 to a Grottle from one of our friends in another league. But that is something for another time.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Which Pokemon would you make better or worse, and how would you do so?
Alright, if I had to make any Pokemon better, I would make my my old favorite Wigglytuff a little bit better. Just give it a little bit more bulk. Maybe a little bit more speed, like bring it up to like base 70 speed. Maybe base like 70 defense, and we good. That's all I need. Like, just give me that, because it's so good. It's so fat already, and then like with competitive, like just bring it in on defoggers, get that +2 special. It has so much coverage for almost everything. It'll be a beast, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because it's already a normal type, so it gets those normal type crazy moves, all the TMs that it gets.
Yeah, it gets so many different TMs like Bolt Beam coverage and Fire Blast. Like, it's crazy.
Now, here's a question kind of more catered to you. How do you try to balance Duel Links along with Pokemon?
So the thing is, I really don't. Like, it's it's like I balance both of those two, but like everything else in my life is falling apart. Like, I'm like not going to sleep. Like, it's really unhealthy, honestly. But like I sometimes like I'll be streaming Duel Links, a little self-plug, twitch.tv/Mew2FanNate. If I'll be streaming that till like almost like 4 o'clock in the morning, like sometimes, like it's really just not a healthy balance of working, because I also like I go to work, I upload the league battles, and then I stream, so it's just and when you're trying to do that, plus like go to the gym and like socialize with people that are in your actual like real life that you can see like physically, like it's really hard to balance all of those things. So I don't think I'm doing a real good job of it. I'm trying to get better though. But it's kind of like you kind of sacrifice things. Like sometimes like I'm not seeing my friends, I'm not playing games with my friends. It's hard to do it.
That makes sense. With the draft being done, what do you think about your team? Were there any snipes?
Okay, so my team, it's not like the best, but I did get sniped a few times. Like there were, like, especially on my steel types, like I really wanted some of like the other tier 1 steel types. Like I really wanted to get Heatran. I really wanted Heatran. And I don't know who it was that took it, but that definitely got taken from me. But I'm pretty happy with my team. I think overall it's pretty good. I don't know how I feel about taking Simipour. I don't know. Am I allowed to say that? Is this going up after the okay?
Not quite sure, but it's one Pokemon.
Okay, yeah. I got Simipour like round 7, and I'm not like sure if that was like the best thing to go with, but I'm trying to prove to everyone who's listening anyone who thinks that Simipour is a bad Pokemon, I'm trying to just prove them wrong.
Don't sleep on Simipour.
I'm telling you, it's almost like a Manaphy. It's faster than Manaphy. Like, it's pretty much the same Pokemon.
Okay. I just...
Simipour equals Manaphy, yeah.
That's going to be something that's going to have to be photoshopped on. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get into some rapid-fire questions. So, just general knowledge off the top of your head. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
Pokemon with the lowest base stat total.
It's either Sunkern or... Is it Wishy-Washy now, I think?
In unschooled form, it is Wishy-Washy now.
Okay.
What Pokemon have you had the most success with?
I would say either Latios or Crocodile. Maybe Crocodile. Yeah, I'd go Crocodile.
Best battle you ever had?
Best battle I've ever had was probably... It was probably that battle with the with that Crocodile set that I mentioned earlier. That was a heat battle.
That sounds like a great battle.
Yeah.
Favorite card in Duel Links?
The Silent Swordsman cards, like all of them, so good. Like, just negate all spells. Like, well, Silent Swordsman level 8 negates all spells. The other Silent Swordsman, just negate a spell once per turn. So yeah.
And then,
really cool design.
And then the question I'm going to ask every coach, blue or pink Gastrodon?
I have to go with pink. Pink Gastrodon. I'm guessing you don't like that answer.
No,
I'm sorry.
You're killing me. Smallest blue Gastrodon all the way.
I like the pink.
I mean, pink Gastrodon's cool. But blue is just superior.
I would say, like, they're both really good. Like, I honestly, like I said, I don't really have too much love for Gastrodon. It's a slug. And I don't know, just it's alright.
Hey, that slug gives the best hugs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Did you ever see the episode of where like it was like on top of Staraptor?
Yes, that is
like,
what I'm referencing.
Yeah, it's just memed all over.
Oh yeah, one of my friends literally had that memed on him for an entire year because he lost a Staraptor to a Gastrodon in a league game.
That's really good.
But yeah. That is all the questions I have for you. Anything you'd like to say to the WBE fans?
I really just hope that you guys watch all of the battles. Like, we have so many different coaches that it's just going to be so much fun. Like, I just want everyone just to get involved. Like, all the comments, like, make sure you go and you just hype up your favorite coaches. Just, like, and check out new coaches as well. I would say, like, if there's someone that, maybe you haven't heard of, like, always check out your opponent's opponent that they're battling. Your whatever coach, just check out everybody. Like, just show the support, spread the love, all the positivity, all that good stuff.
Alrighty, and is there anything you'd like to plug?
Just my Twitch and my Twitter, twitch.tv/Mew2FanNate, and then I think it's twitter.com/Mew2FanNate as well. So you guys can just go check me out on there. Just drop the follows on both of those. Those are free. And the support is always appreciated,
Mm-hmm. That way you can go notified anytime that he goes live, or on Twitter you can follow him for any updates on his life. As you guys can hear, he has a kind of a hectic one.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Alright, well I think that is going to do it today. Thank you very much, Mew2FanNate, for joining me. Be sure to check out all the other coach interviews going up on the WBE channel, and subscribe to the WBE channel to stay up to date with all the newest happenings in the WBE. With that, I think that's going to do it today for us guys. I hope you have a fantastic afternoon.
Peace.